Welcome to the Lighthouse Legacy, the podcast where Bethany High School students illuminate the past, present, and future of our school's academic beacon. I'm Ridul.
And I'm Divyansha.
Welcome to today's episode.
Today, we are joined by our beloved middle school science teachers, Sophie ma'am and Grace ma'am. Both of them teach biology and chemistry. Sophie ma'am, my first question will be to you. How did joining Bethany impact your life?
Joining Bethany was like a dream for me, opening a new world, new phase in my life. And that was to remain permanent. It's a great thing. I never ever dreamt that I will be working in this prestigious institution and become so much a fabric woven into this institution as I am now. Bethany is synonymous with home to me and so much an integral part of my life. This is where I blossomed from a budding teacher to a full-fledged and confident one. Bethany brought out the best in me. Therefore, Bethany is my family.
Grace ma'am, what are your views on this?
I've been working here for 30 years. So this school has been my second home, and it has actually helped me to grow with all these enriching experiences I have had here in the school with the students and with the parents and my colleagues. My whole life revolves around the school right now, and I'm really glad that I got an opportunity to work in the school for so many years.
Considering it being the 60th year of our school, we would like to know from both of you how the years in Bethany have been. Sophie ma'am?
It was a long and purposeful journey for Bethany. 6 decades is a long time for its founder, Mrs. Menon David, to see a mission come to fruition. It's all the more rewarding to see that Bethany has become a top-notch school in the country.
Grace ma'am, your views on this?
Our founder started this school to impart education to the needy students, and her noble intention has helped in building a strong foundation for our school. It has grown over the years, and completing 60 years has shown how Mrs. Menon David's intentions have led the school so far and will continue to pave the way forward.
Sophie ma'am, who is your role model in life?
Yeah, it's very interesting. I have not taken any scientist or hero or heroine, but I have taken my own sibling, my elder sister, as my role model. She was a teacher too, and when I couldn't succeed to become a doctor, and she was the one who inspired and motivated me to take up this noble profession. And most often I used to observe all her activities towards children, like compassion towards them, the bond she had with them. She has a beautiful handwriting and this way of stylish way of writing, and organized and systematic work, and having a small activities to show to the children to create interest to move on to the lesson, and made me feel so happy that I have followed the right path. And I miss Mrs. Christina Lassa.
It is so great to be able to see your inspiration so closely in life. Grace ma'am, who is your role model in life?
My role models were my very own school teachers. In particular, I'd like to remember one teacher called Mrs. Upot. She was my 4th standard class teacher. She was a very impartial, gracious and kind person. And we children would go to her with every nitty-gritties we used to face, and she used to always have a patient hearing to whatever we had to speak. And I always wanted to be like her.
How was school and how have things in school changed over the years?
Our school started with humble beginnings. This building was a very modest building. Right now the infrastructure has developed a lot. We have a fantastic canteen. I still remember the years when we as teachers used to gather around the canteen area, and we had a helper named Munna. Munna would bring a canister of tea during the tea break, and all of us teachers from the various departments would gather there and catch up with each other over a cup of tea. Okay, but now we have informal meets every month. where we spend a whole afternoon together and get to know each other. In those days, this building had not only had the pre-primary till the junior college, and even the special school was there in the same building. But now we have so many branches and all are in different places around Bangalore. Then our labs, our computer department and all have really, they have good equipments and it has really developed well. Even our sports field, our basketball court looks really great, and our table tennis room. And we have a mini Audi. There are so many things which have come up. So you can see the school has grown from such modest beginnings to this great height.
What are your views on this, Sophia?
What we had, even the uniform also completely changed. From we have that the uniform, yet when the children come back, we will imagine those children in that uniform only. When they were just in the 6th and 7th and all, especially 5th, we started with that. And there are a lot of changes in the color of the uniform now. They used to have the pinafore. Then the extension of the canteen. Canteen is very well maintained by Kumar sir, and the children are enjoying. If they are failed to bring the lunch also, they can go and enjoy the snacks when during snacks time. Then extension of the library and the dance studio. We have 2 dance studios in the 4th floor and as well as in the 2nd floor with all the mirrors, and children used to stand in front of that and enjoy. And then art rooms were extended elaborately, and the paintings of the children were exhibited all over. And even throughout all the building, we can see the quotes and thoughts, and even the steps also we can see what are the good values written over there so that they can follow on that. The best thing about being a teacher is, first of all, I would like to say teaching is a noble profession, and a teacher makes a difference in the life of the children and inspire learning, reaching out to the children and kindle their curiosity for learning and impart knowledge and nurture values. And I get immense happiness when I'm able to connect with them as well as become a source of happiness for them as a teacher.
I love children, especially the tweens. And don't you think this is one profession where we could spend a lot of time with these children?
Interact with the children.
Interact with them and have fun with them. And the thing is, however our day is, just being with them makes us feel more young at heart. And their zeal and enthusiasm is contagious. And we really enjoy the company. And I feel that this profession is the only profession where I could stay for so many years, just because of the love I have towards it.
How and what did you get in the course of the 2 years of the online teaching?
Initially, when we had to do online teaching, we, at least me, I was not at all tech savvy, and I found it, I thought that I would never be able to use the internet and connect with the students. But with art, we teachers used to huddle together, and over the net we used to help each other. The whole holidays we spent on how to teach, and our PowerPoint presentations were being formed and all these things. And finally we got to connect with the students. And yes, some of them would not switch on their videos and interact at all, but there were many of them who would. And when we used to get stuck with any of the issues we faced on the net, it was they who would guide me. They would say, ma'am, switch off this, there's one icon there, go press that. All this was told by the children. So I learned a lot. But at the same time, I missed being with the kids and enjoying that personal relationships.
Sophie, ma'am, your takes on this?
Really, it was challenging for me. It's challenging and required a lot of innovation to create an atmosphere of being in the classroom, like especially preparation of this PPT. When the current goes, immediately we have to run for the alternative the device we have to run. And you to help me once. Remember, Mridul?
Yes.
Go there, ma'am, go and press that button so that you will get back your PowerPoint. So like that, even we were learning, even from the children, from the students, even though we are adults. So numerous trainings were conducted for us through that we gradually improved, and then slowly we become not very experienced tech savvy, just become like that, so that we can do our best for the children even during pandemic. And also through this the lessons were taught, unit tests and exams were conducted, and regular PTA meeting, competitions and other activities like Lit Fest, and even projects were carried out, assemblies were
The carnival was hosted online.
conducted. So I don't ever think that other schools have done so much. So always Bethany is special, unique. So long live Bethany and all the Bethanites.
Yes, indeed.
Ma'am, in continuation to this question, I would love to ask this question. How was it to get back after those 2 years in the pandemic?
See, I just told that online teaching was fine. We became tech savvy and all fine. But then that personal touch wasn't there. So when I came back to school, it was really great to be back with the children. Of course, the children had, they had their drawbacks. They did not know how to write properly, draw, especially in biology, the diagrams and just gone for a toss. Because the children have not been drawing, and that they had got used to, learning only little portions at a time. So we found it a little difficult as soon as they came. And the discipline, because they wanted to go to the washroom every now and then. And they would always keep, they want to eat. Because when they were online, they used to keep eating. They used to use the washroom whenever they wanted. But once they came to school, it was difficult for them. So we had a little bit of adjustment problem. But then I enjoyed coming back and being with my colleagues and with my students.
Yes, of course.
Your takes on the Sophie, ma'am?
Yeah, really we welcomed them, waited for them to welcome back. That interaction between both the student and the teachers, nobody can buy or give, isn't it? So always it's a matter how much technology advanced and the mode of teaching online was successful. Nothing can actually replace human connect, isn't it? Especially the presence of technology can never actually take the place of the teacher, whose presence indeed gives that the emotional and the memorable bond between the teacher and the student. We love to hear the noise in the school. Without those, that noise in the school, we felt as though it is some strange forest place. When we came back, we love to control that. But even then, we love to correct them also. The school also given relaxation in the beginning of the year. They can they can go to the washroom and anytime whenever they want, eat and don't teach much for the first 3 months. Let them be relaxed, feel as though they have come back after 2 years. So it was very, happy to welcome back and to have that connecting, emotional
they lost
connection
the
between
pattern to studying in school.
Yeah, that's true. Many did not complete the work when they were at home. There is no correction of the notebook at all. So when they come back, as Grace ma'am told, they did not know to draw the diagram, labeling parts. They did not even know to write the notes properly. So we have to give a lot of instruction to bring them back to the normal routine work. But happily we are doing that because that is our profession, our pleasure to carry on.
My next question is to Sophie ma'am. I always see you smiling. What is the secret behind your smile?
A good question, Divyansha, but difficult to answer for this. Smile is the boost of my energy.
Yes.
I think I inherited this from my father, who smiles, always having smile on his face. I believe everyone has a purpose in their life. I have found the purpose in my life in being amongst children. And also, there is a saying, a smile is a reflection of the joy. I derive this joy from there, the children's happiness. So whenever I smile, I feel happy and showing my love and care for children, and so always I carry the smile. I won't think that I have to smile, but it comes naturally.
Based on these questions to you, so since I know, and you have told us many times, you had joined Bethany as a very young adult at a very young age. How has your journey in Bethany been? Totally. From decades and decades, I suppose.
When I joined Bethany, I was inexperienced, and over the years, I have learned that no situations are the same, no two students are the same. Every situation has to be tackled differently, and every child is unique, and their needs are unique too. Teaching is a rewarding job, and that offers an opportunity to shape young minds. My experience as a teacher has been both challenging and fulfilling.
Your views on this, Sophie, ma'am?
I would like to add more of adjectives to this. It's a beautiful, wonderful, glorious, and memorable journey in Bethany. Bethany is my second home. To be honest, it has stood by me and for me through all my thick and thins of my life. I derive so much of happiness to be associated with great institution and touch the lives of the children, and also working with my colleagues and for the management. I'm grateful for Bethany family for being a part of this, especially the journey nearly for 32 years. And I was awarded for my 30 years of experience last year. And I experienced the love, care, comfort, and the support from the children and the management. It's a lovely journey and a glorious journey. Yet I'm continuing.
Wow, 32 years is a long time. And we all are proud to be part of your journey. Sophie ma'am, how does Bethany's culture help students to grow better?
As Bethany motto says, trust and obey. Bethany always believes in the power of trusting the Almighty God and abiding by His will. This in turn helps the children to develop a sense of gratitude for all that they have. Also, we are one of these schools who give a lot of impetuous and all-round development, not only in academic, and they can participate to speak in debates confidently and take part and showcase their talents in dance, drama, and music.
Activities that we hold.
So Bethany culture also plays an important role in shaping the child's personality.
All-round development.
All-round development by imparting the knowledge and as well as the values, and this value and helps the building a strong characters for the children.
That would be the end for today, guys. Thanks a lot, and please be tuned for the next episode.
Thank you, Mridul and Pansha.
Thanks a lot, teachers, for your constant support in teaching us, and also for today's episode.
For giving us this opportunity.
Thank you, Sophie ma'am and Grace ma'am.
If you want to be notified when a new episode comes out, follow us on Instagram at Lighthouse Legacy Pod. We are available on all popular podcast streaming platforms, so make sure to check the description for links.